If you're anything like me with the holidays coming up, you might find yourself dreaming of all the beautiful dresses you could sew up. Even if maybe a bit impractical, it's still fun to kind of let your imagination run wild. Today, I thought we might take a little bit of time to do just that. Hi there, my name is Angela. Thanks so much for stopping by. Here on the channel, I like to talk about all things sewing, even when times like this past year, for the majority of the year, I haven't done much sewing. Life is kind of taking me on a quilting detour for just a little bit. So especially in times like these, I love to dream about sewing. And while I have made a lot of garments in my lifetime, very, very few of them have been like the ones that we're going to look at today. If that sounds interesting, let's jump in. I've picked out 5 dress patterns for us to look at, along with a couple of different fabric options for each pattern. Now keep in mind that I myself am a yoga pants and t-shirt kind of girl. It's very unlikely that I would ever wear any of these dresses in real life, and I don't go anywhere that calls for such a fancy dress. But the fun of this exercise is just to flex our creative muscles a little bit, kind of let our minds go loose a little bit and just dream away. Let's head over to the computer and take a look at these patterns and fabrics. This first dress is from a company called the Patterns Room. I am not familiar with this pattern company, and I only found them when I was searching for holiday dress patterns. This dress in particular is called the Selina dress, and I'll show you a couple of the other views here. I thought this dress was simple but beautiful. Maybe beautiful because of the simplicity. Here are the line drawings. It's so pretty. And if we look down a little bit, the fabrics are the suggested fabrics, light to medium weight wovens, such as tencel, crepe, viscose, or poplin. So given that poplin was a choice, I thought that lawn would be a fine choice as well. And went on a little search for fabrics, and the first one is from Mood. This is a Liberty fabric. It's a Tana lawn called Strawberry Thief Dark Green. And let's take a look at some of the other views here. I thought that that would be very pretty with this particular dress. Since the lines of the dress are so clean and simple, I thought it would be a chance for a pattern to kind of stand out. The pattern on the fabric. Now granted, this fabric is almost $40 a yard, so it's not anything I'm likely to be buying, but hey, we are here to dream today. The second fabric for the Selina dress I found through a company called Duckadilly. I am not familiar with them. This is another Liberty fabric. It's called Christmas X. I thought this would be another chance for this beautiful pattern to kind of shine on the simple lines of the dress. This is a lawn, and let's see, it's 52 inches wide. I didn't say on that previous fabric much of the details. I apologize. Let's go back to it. It's 53 inches wide, 100% cotton, color family red and green. And back to this Christmas print here, 100% cotton, made in Italy, 52 inches wide. And this was from the Liberty Christmas 2019 collection. I thought this was really pretty. And let's move on to our second dress pattern. This is a pattern by Sew Over It. It's the ultimate sheath. It's the ultimate shift dress with add-on pack for the sleeves and the ruffle. The add-on pack includes the sleeves and the ruffle. I think you have to buy the dress pattern separately, and then you buy the add-on pack. I love everything about this dress. I'm not one for sleeves that's voluminous, and especially with the elastic at the wrists, at least on me, the way that it fits and feels, but I think I could get over that to wear this dress. This is so pretty, and that ruffle at the bottom. To me, the sleeves and the ruffle kind of elevate this dress to what I would think of as a holiday dress with the right fabrics. Let's look at their fabric suggestions here. Most light or medium weight wovens, such as cotton, linen, rayon, viscose, wool, crepe, or even silk if you're feeling adventurous. And let's take a look at a couple fabrics I picked out for this dress. I went kind of simple and plain on the fabrics with this one. I want the details of the dress to stand out, although a pattern would look very pretty as well. But this first one is from Minerva. It's a triple crepe in French navy. And let's look at the details on this. 100% polyester and 57 inches wide or 145 centimeters. I'm sorry I didn't do centimeters on those other fabrics. I'll try to do better. It says it's heavyweight. Okay, it drapes and sews beautifully. Perfect for dresses and skirts, and heavy enough even for trousers and jackets to take you through the winter months. So given that, I'm hoping that it wouldn't be too heavy for our dress. I think that this dress could stand up to a heavier fabric. The second fabric is from Mood Fabrics. It's metallic brocade, midnight navy, and gold flowering branches. Let's look at some of the pictures on this one. Kind of flip through. And here it is draped. When I saw this view of it draped, I really thought it would be pretty for our dress. Let's read some details. 59 inches wide, 100% polyester. This fabric is right at $50 a yard, so it's not going to be in my Christmas shopping for sure, but we're dreaming, right? And to me, having these fancier fabrics are what elevates some of these basic dresses to make them a holiday dress, at least to me. Let's look at dress number 3. This is from Closet Core. It's called Pauline. For some reason, this is ringing a bell, this dress, and I'm wondering if I showed this dress in a previous holiday dress episode. I hope it's not a duplicate. It's okay. We can look at it again. It's still a beautiful dress. So Closet Core markets this as a true statement dress, and I would have to agree. It's dramatic, romantic, and loaded with special details. The sleeves for sure, the square neckline, the gathers at the dropped waist and also at the below the bust. I really see what they're talking about, that this is a dramatic statement dress. And let's look at the fabric options. Wait, let's look at the other pattern options. This is the back, so that's pretty dramatic there for a back. You can also do just a simple sheath version, but we're not looking at that one for our holiday dress. And here are some more actual people wearing the dress to show off how pretty and fancy it is. And there's a shorter version without that bottom ruffled section. So lots of options for this dress. And it's called the Pauline once again. And here are the line drawings. And let's take a look at the fabric suggestions. Okay, it can be made with a variety of fabrics depending on the desired effect. If you wanted to have a structured shape, use light to medium weight woven such as linen, poplin, seersucker, broadcloth, sateen, chambray, or cotton shirtings. If you want a softer effect, use rayon challis, viscose, tencel, cotton voile, or silk. And it looks like there's an optional lining. And let's look at some fabrics that I chose for this one. This is another one from Mood. It's a Mood exclusive, poised to pounce, metallic dotted, crinkled viscose crepe. Priced a little more reasonably at $20.48 per yard. But it's pretty. I love this fabric. Look at some of the different views here. And let's look at it draped on the mannequin. I had a little bit of a hard time picking fabrics for this dress. I feel like the dress has a lot going on and maybe a printed fabric wouldn't be right for it. But with this one being, it's not a bold print. It's muted, darker colors. I thought that it could work for this dress. And this fabric is 55 inches wide, 99% viscose, 1% lurex. 55 inches, 139.7 centimeters. Let's look at the second fabric. This one is from a company called Vogue Fabrics. It's crushed stretch taffeta. So stretch taffeta, that sounded interesting. I think it could work for this dress, and I chose this gorgeous color called Baroque Plum. I love the texture in this fabric. That just looks gorgeous to me. Pretty reasonably priced at $15.69 per yard. And let's look at the details. 35% rayon, 35 poly, 25 nylon, 5% spandex. That's a lot of different fibers in this fabric. The width is 40/42 inches. It does not give centimeters. Comes in a number of different colors. I really loved this purple for the holidays. You could also do red. Red would be an awfully bold color for an awfully bold dress. So I thought maybe with everything going on in the dress, we'll keep it to a more muted color. This one's called Baroque Burgundy. That one would be beautiful too. And then here's our Baroque Plum, which is my favorite, I think. Here's Baroque Violet. Whew, that's bright, too bright. Anyway, the point is that there are a lot of colorways with this particular fabric, and I'll link this fabric. I'll put links to all these fabrics below and to the patterns as well. Let's go ahead and look at dress number 4. This is a Vogue. It's V1520. I am not sure if this one is still available on simplicity.com, but I think that you can find it on eBay, Etsy, or maybe even Amazon. It's a Mishka designer dress. This is beautiful. I cannot see myself ever wearing this dress, but it sure is beautiful to look at. And it was really fun to find fabrics for this one. Let's look at a little bit about the pattern first. It calls for 2-way stretch knits, stretch velvet, sequin mesh, rayon spandex, and then a tricot lining. All right, and I think I chose 3 fabrics for this dress. This is from fashionfabricsclub.com. It's red festive gold sequin knit fabric. I thought this would be perfect. I love the velvet, but gosh, these sequins are so pretty too. Let's see, $7.76 per yard, so very, very reasonable. Dry clean only. Width is 58 inches. And they don't give a weight, but they just say light to medium. Good drape. Moderate horizontal stretch, bias stretch, and vertical stretch. And fabric number 2 is similar. This is from a company called Kiki Textiles. Rose gold sequin on velvet. This might be the one. $24.49 per yard. Let's take a look at some of these pictures. Oh, this is nice. There's a little video so you can see, get a feel for the drape of the fabric. That's pretty. And there's another picture and another one. And they say, sometimes I love to read the descriptions, especially when they're clever or funny. They say, who needs a lucky penny when the sequins on velvet bring all the good things you'll need? From the designer, the silky soft luxury stretch velvet ground, the sequins pool in an abstract pattern that leaves the velvet just peeking through in patches. With a comfortable stretch through the weft and a flexible drape, create a luxe evening gown with trains and artfully draped bodices. Okay, durable velvet, luxurious touch, 2-way stretch, 58 inches wide. I like that. And the third fabric that I chose for the Vogue dress is by Zuluf. It's called Pharaoh Velvet with Sequins. I think this is my top pick. If I was going to make this dress and choose a fabric, I wish that they gave the video of the fabric movement so we could see how it drapes, but it's really pretty. Here's a close-up. Bright red is not one of my best colors, but for this, I probably could just do it anyway. That's beautiful. And this colorway is called Majestic Scarlet. They have 8 yards in stock. So if you want it, guess you better hurry up, huh? Let's see the details on this. 95% polyester, 5% spandex. The width is 57/59 inches. Care instructions. Machine wash, cold, gentle detergent, tumble dry, low heat. So that's kind of nice. I just love this. I hope, I'm wondering and hoping that it would look as pretty in person as it looks in the picture. It just looks like a dream gown to me. That's so beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a look at dress number 5. This is a Simplicity. It's one of their retro patterns, 1960s vintage reproduced. It's S9848. So this one, I probably would not have the guts to wear anything. I'm thinking this view here, the one in the white dress with the furry ruffle, the fluffy ruffle at the bottom. This might be for the younger set, or maybe just for the bolder set, someone a lot bolder or with nicer legs than myself. But we're just dreaming, remember? I thought it was so pretty, and it could be dressed up to be a holiday dress, especially if you live in a warmer climate, or maybe with the right pair of tights underneath. It could definitely be a holiday dress. And let's look at a couple of fabrics. The first one is from Mood. A lot of these, I hadn't been on Mood's website in quite a while, so I was having fun kind of poking around on their site. This one is called Famous Australian Designer, Cream Burnout Satin Polka Dots, Silk and Viscose Georgette. Now, I envision this over the top of a white satin, and then this Georgette would be, on the top. And then you could do that white, like feathery ruffle along the bottom. I think it would be perfect for this dress. Let's look. It's $24.96 per yard. 53 inches wide, or 134.62 centimeters. It is dead stock from a famous Australian designer. 70% viscose, 30% silk. So that's, the color is Arctic Wolf. That's kind of a neat name. And let's see what they say about this. A chemical finishing technique methodically dissolves the satin face to leave behind sleek, off-white polka dots on a sheer, grainy background. As a result, we are left with an endearing pattern with a captivating contrast between sheer and opaque, matte and lustrous. The supple, lightweight drape inspires dreamy gown overlays. Let's look at some of the other views. Oh yeah, I could definitely see our little dress made of this fabric. Can get a swatch of it. They don't say how much they have left. All right, let's look at the second fabric for this dress. This one is from fabrichwholesaledirect.com, Gold Paisley Metallic Brocade. I think that this would be really fun and festive for our little dress. And this comes in a bunch of colors. That fuchsia gold was the one that I liked the best, but it does come, this green could be a pretty holiday dress, and the blue, that's pretty. I figure if I'm going bold with that little dress, I'm going to choose a bold fabric. Let's look at some other views here. Now, this is probably not going to be as drapey as that previous fabric. It might give the dress a little more structure, which might not be a bad thing. And here we go. We could see the movement of the fabric. It's definitely got some body to it for sure. Let's see, it's 35% poly, 38% nylon, 27% metallic. The width is 58/60 inches. Machine wash, cold, tumble dry, low. So that's pretty nice. So what did you guys think? Wasn't it so much fun to look at those beautiful dresses? And like I mentioned, I probably I never go anywhere where I could wear anything like that. But I like to look and just to dream and plan and, at least fictitiously plan. I'd love to hear which one was your favorite. If you were going to a holiday ball or party, it's festive, which dress would you choose? And did you have a favorite fabric? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and dreaming about these beautiful dresses right along with me. I did a similar holiday dress video a couple years ago. If you're interested in watching that, it'll be right over there. In the meantime, just keep sewing.